Hi everyone, it's Scrappy Kathy here with another challenge accepted. And as you may know, all this month, Shannon and I have been doing, we had selected 4 of the International Scrapbooking Day lifts from Scrap Squad, and this is our lift for today. It's just a beautiful kind of, it's one of the things that has become my go-to, one of my go-to designs. The page separated in half, a pattern paper, maybe 2 pattern papers, but more likely a pattern paper on top of white or black or some cardstock, and just layers behind a photo where the photo is the star. In this case, there's a book page, and I've got something that's going to stand in for the book page. There's a doily, and I've got something that's going to stand in for the doily. Some other patterns, and I've got my tablet handy to come up with things to kind of stand in. There's this texty paper, and I actually really like this pattern, or this gray. I'm not quite sure. We'll have to see as things kind of get put together what I like. And this this page, the photo I'm using is of my son and his 2 older kids, and they were on a sad mission to say goodbye to Katie and Barrett's maternal grandfather, Tom, who died very suddenly and way too young. And he was buried at what they call the farm. They lovingly call it the farm. It's a piece of property that he bought and pretty much cleared and developed himself for his dream home. And he's just recently retired, in the last year has retired, and has completed building a home that he's been working on largely himself for several years, many years. And but sadly he and his wife had not had a chance to move into it. But he's laid to rest there, and Katie and Barrett were there for it wasn't exactly a service. It was just a few close family members that hadn't had a chance to pay their respects at the home where he was kept. So James went to pick up Barrett, and he spent a few moments talking with Tom, and you could tell it was a very moving experience for all of them. And Tom was his father-in-law, obviously, when he was married to Katie and Barrett's mom, but they haven't been related in anything other than the kids, the unification, that kids are. And Tom was, I would consider him to be a lifelong friend to James and to John and me. So it was a sad farewell. This is a great photo of him. He was he was a serious person most of the time. Taught Barrett an incredible work ethic, which has served him well in sports, and he's kind of shown Katie what unconditional, non-judgmental love is. And so, and he's shown all of us, he's modeled for all of us how to be an extraordinary human being. So sad loss for the kids and for the world, I think. So moving on to the page, I'm gonna go with some fairly masculine bits of the Mind the Scrap, mostly May Mind the Scrap kit, although this, which is a star cut file kind of thingy that is going to stand in for the doily there. So let's see what we can do. It looks like in the example this is 6 inches and 6 inches. So I'm going to kind of go with that if I have 6 inches here. In any case, it doesn't matter to me. And I'm using black for the solid cardstock. So let me turn this over on the clean side. And I'll cut this strip off. I've got a lot going on today. And, oh, by the way, this paper is Coco Vanilla's Legendary, and this particular pattern is All-Star, which makes perfect sense. So I'm just going to do that. And I thought the stars, while stars can be considered celebratory, you know, they kind of represent the sky and the heavens and so forth. So I thought that they were appropriate. And I'm kind of going with a title of Celebrating Tom. And that's kind of what happened there. I think everyone has gotten somewhat past the sadness that'll never completely go away for those who were close to him, but and kind of getting to the point of celebrating his life and what all he has meant for everyone. Okay, now the book, this sheet of paper, which came from this Heidi Swapp Storyline pad, I'm going to distress it. The book page was torn. I'm not gonna tear this. I'll just distress it and kind of tear bits like that. And actually, that part's not gonna show. I need to do that on this side, and sure enough, there I did. I'm not going to do, this is not going to be meant to be done evenly, if you will. So I'll kind of turn that in, and that's going to go on a large bit of foam to kind of raise the whole cluster up. I did a post this morning for Scrap Academy showing where the focus is on tools, and I was highlighting my favorite tools. I should have put my bucket of foam and my stack of foam sheets out there, because that's probably what I use the most. I love dimension and and variety, I guess, in textures, and I think I may work on that some more as we tack on layers. So the next layer is going to be this white star layer, and of course this is the doily. If it were round, it kind of came out over on this side. I'm going to let this kind of sit. I'll just glue it. They'll let it sit there. And then we've got, it looks like a piece of paper that's, before I do that, I want to, there's a kind of a horizontal piece of paper that sticks out, so I was going to use this. And I debated between these two for the stripes. I'm going to put a 1/2 inch strip of paper on each side there at the division at the juncture there where they join. And in fact, I may do more than that. I have some half circles that I thought I might use. So this may be the paper I use there. Actually, I might want to use, I'm going to use it a different way. I'd like to see the stripes horizontally there. Maybe also, I think I'm just going to leave that there. I'll use that for something else. And these colors will kind of show through the stars, although I'm expecting a lot of that. And here's where my tweezers are necessary to help me hold that. There we go. Okay, I'd thought about putting that, cutting a 1/2-inch strip across there and kind of putting it there, but I think I like this better for that because it enhances that well, kind of a masculine look. Do this, and it looks like it's pretty even on both sides, so I'll do 3 inches. I'm going to make it look like it was 12 inches, but it's not. Yeah, that's good, except that I'm not really seeing a good division between it and the and this white-based background. So I'm gonna ink the edges. Hadn't necessarily planned to do that, but it doesn't, it's not a bad thing to do given this particular piece of paper here, and doing a little bit of inking around on other elements. Ideally, you would do this beforehand. It just kind of enhances the nostalgia part of it, and also the kind of the farm, you know, the farm aspect of all of it. Make sure I'm doing that on camera. That's gonna go there. I'm gonna go ahead, or do I want this stripe to show? I kind of like this part showing, so I'm gonna tear that, put some adhesive on it, and get that off the field there. Okay, more of this. I kind of started out with the idea that this would be a quote-unquote boy layout. That's what the supplies, kind of the first few supplies that I chose. And this was one where I chose the supplies before I chose the photo. So I went off looking for a recent photo of Barrett in some sports pursuit, and I'd scrapped all the ones that his dad had taken when he was doing some training at the park, and I don't have any, and couldn't find any that his dad took at the kind of the gym training, one-on-one training that he signed him up for, so he'd be ready for football season if there is a football season. And I think that's all I'm going to distress at the moment. So let me kind of put that aside. The next thing I want to do, I've got that there. I probably want to do I've got a It's not all the distressing I'm going to do. I'll do this. I've got this card that says, let's have some fun, and that's obviously not how I'm going to use it. I'm going to kind of tuck it under there. And have it coming out the side like a tab. There's a flower here in the original, and I'm going to actually use this this heart that was part of the May kit, and I've kind of been hoarding it for the perfect layout, and this may be that layout. Let me see, the photo's going to go probably right here, and then I thought I'd layer this one here. I'd almost like to layer it over James's t-shirt, because his t-shirt, you know, obviously it was a casual situation, and his t-shirt isn't offensive or anything. It's just advertising an athletic competition that he's part of called the Murph. And it just may not go along with the mood that I'm envisioning here. So let me put that there. There's something I can, let me get it straight with those. So I'm lining it up with the stars, and if the stars aren't lined up, that's probably okay. Let me try this. Maybe if I did it this way and then had some kind of embellishment. I've got a little floral embellishment there. Let's run the flower this way and the photo this way. Is that something that'll work? I'm gonna go for it. There and here. Here. Okay, that's gonna work for me, I think. Okay, and then I'll see if I can do something down here. Maybe with this strip. That works. It kind of gives it a sort of a platform, so it's not kind of sticking out there on its own. And adds a little bit of color without making it too and so as not to waste this, I thought I'd put it in the mix. It's already inked. Okay, so I've got this here. Maybe would be a good spot for that. And I've got this. I'm also working on the load prompt for the day, which is based on the John Lennon song Imagine. And I've got this you may say I'm a dreamer. I've been, and as you may know, I've been, if I don't use the title of the song as my page title, I'm actually using a lyric from the song. So I'm going to go with that there. And Tom was indeed a dreamer. He dreamed of that, of building that home for Jan, and he built it. She designed things. He was so proud. The last time we saw him, he was at one of some event for the kids, and he just had his phone out showing me everything. So I had these half circles that I thought I might use here, and I thought I might overlap some, but I think that's too fussy for the mood I'm going for here. But I'm not opposed to using a circle or two. I like that one, and I think I'm going to do this, and I'm going to put it on a little bed of foam. Of course, I need to remember to use, and then that is a, I like this color, and I might see if I can slide it under there. Again, this kind of departs from the original, but there are a couple word strips that, or phrase strips that the original uses that I've kind of got going on there. I like this always and forever. I'm not quite sure exactly where to put it. Maybe here? Okay, let me do that. I can hear our grocery delivery has arrived. I am overlapping the photo a bit, which sometimes bothers me, but obviously not in this case. I have a ticket that I thought I might use. I have a photo corner. Let me see if this photo corner would be, ooh, that would actually cover Katie's t-shirt logo. And it's the perfect color and antique-y kind of look. I tell you what I'm going to do is I will put the title on off camera so that you don't have to see me picking up the letters, but I will show you how I'm going to do it. Okay, I've got this tag which has these nice wood tones, and it might look nice kind of right there, so let me cut it down. I'll do that, and I will tie a ribbon there. I'll put it on some foam. I think I'm finishing up. I'm not going to do any ink splattering or any, I don't know how to say it, pretty for the sake of pretty. on here. It's kind of a straightforward. I liked this easygoing because that was kind of good. I like this flower, but I don't think I'm going to use anything there. Here's how I'm going to do the title. I've got this word that says celebrate, so I'm just going to take the E off and add an I-N and a G, celebrating, and then I'm going to write Tom's name, T-O-M, in this white. And so I'll probably do it somewhere, you know, on the, well, actually, I could put the celebrating here. I think I'm going to do it right here. Celebrating Tom, and then the always and forever phrase stickers there. I had this this piece of this was the inside of a square or a frame that I'd cut, and I thought I might use it since I'm using other things from that same collection, and so the color scheme might work. Let me do that. And then you may say I'm a dreamer appears to be kind of over that. This is my journaling strip, and I'm going to put it, this is flat on this, so I'm gonna actually mount that flat there, and it'll be lifted up by the foam that is underneath this piece of paper. So it'll have some dimension. I want to overlap this circle, or do I want to underlap it? Let me do that. I'll underlap it, but get it kind of down where it's creates another little corner of overhang here. So that's good. I thought I might use this. I thought I might use the smile or behind the scenes. The smile might work there. I think I'll leave it as it is. I don't have much else to add to it except the title. So I'm happy with it. It was kind of a feminine look here with a gorgeous little girl in the photo. There were some things overlapping the photo. I've gone overboard with the overlapping. I've replaced the doily with the cut file, the star cut file. Let me get that lined up. It is not staying parallel, so I just did that to give it 2 points of contact, keep it straight. Not quite sure what's the problem here. I think it's this. So I will take that off. I will tie the ribbon on here. Or I may just leave it as it is. Okay, there we go. So that's my challenge accepted layout. I'll have the title up here when I post it. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit like and subscribe and the bell to be reminded every time I put more content out here on my channel. And thank you so much for supporting my channel. Bye.